Hi everyone, my name is Madison and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about my plan for my no/low spend month. Today is February 27th. I'll be putting this video up in a few days, and I am going to be doing a low spend month for March. I don't want to say that I'm worried I'm not going to be able to follow through, but I am. Like, I know that I enjoy spending money sometimes, but I think I need to, I'm going to prove it to myself that I can commit to something and stick to it, and that I can follow through and see progress and change in my life. So before we jump into today's video, if you have not already subscribed, I would really appreciate it if you're interested in seeing more videos like this one. If you're interested, please subscribe down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and want to see more content like this one, and then let me know down below if you have any other video suggestions or ideas of content you would like to see from me. So without further ado, let's just jump into today's video. The very first thing I want to discuss today is the purpose of what I'm doing. And then after that, we're going to go into how I'm doing it, how I planned to get there, and whatnot. So I have four main goals when it comes to what I'm hoping to get out of this low spend month and my objectives for it. First is to declutter my apartment and my life. Second is to think before I buy. Third is to work for what I'm buying / saving for. And the fourth one is to save more. Most people, their primary objective is to save, show it to themselves that they don't need to consume, whether it's food or physical goods, all the time. Like I said, my biggest thing with this is actually decluttering. So for most people, their primary goal is to either spend no money or spend very little money on extra food, so like unnecessary items, whether that's eating out, snacks, drive-through, Starbucks coffee, etc. And also to just purchase less things that are non-essential. Maybe you don't need another tube of lip gloss, or maybe you don't need another pair of leggings, whatever it is. Like I mentioned, my biggest goal is to declutter with this. So I've come up with a fun strategy of how I'm going to incentivize myself to declutter my life and my apartment in the process of trying to do this low spend month. The very first rule with this is that I need to find 5 items a day to get rid of. Whether that is throw away, donate, or sell, I need to find and physically go through the process of getting rid of it for 5 items a day. Now, of course, throwing it away or taking it to the thrift store is much easier than selling it online, but for every single thing that I get rid of, I'm going to give it a monetary value of up to $5. The very first rule with this is that for everything I get rid of, I'm going to give it a monetary value of up to $5 that I can put in my low spending jar for the month that will help incentivize me to declutter and get rid of things. I have so many books that I don't plan on reading again, or textbooks that I haven't used in years that I maybe never will, that are no longer pertinent to the research that I'm doing. Maybe it's clothing that I haven't worn in a hot minute. Every time I get rid of something, I'm going to give it a monetary value of up to $5 that I then can spend later within the low spend month. The idea with this is that in the process of getting rid of things, I'm also incentivizing myself to find more goods to get rid of, and then any money that I do spend this month is not coming out. So something smaller might only be worth a quarter or $1, something worth more, maybe it's a larger item or a bag of clothes, I'll give myself $5 to put into a low spend jar. Whether that means I want to go get Chipotle for the night, or whether I want to, I don't know, maybe I'm saving for a new clothing item, whatever it is. This will help me declutter, like I mentioned. Second goal was think before I buy, so I've sort of identified what my money is going towards. Third objective with this was to work more for what I'm buying. And then 4, of course, save more. If I'm not spending money as frivolously, because I feel like I'm sort of incentivizing myself and having to work for it more, I will in turn save more. The second way or second rule of this challenge is that anything that I sell, so again, I can either get rid of things by throwing them away, donating them, or selling them. Anything that I sell, that money gets split 50-50 between my savings jar and my low spend month jar. I initially was thinking I could just keep all of the money that I save as either putting it into saving, but then I feel like there's not much incentive for the sake of this low spend month, or I could spend or put the entirety of the money that I make selling items into my low spend month jar for whatever I want. But I feel like then I'm not helping with that savings goal, so we're gonna split it down the middle. 50% of everything that I get rid of, that I sell and profit off of, is going half into my savings account, and half of that is going into my low spend month jar. Of course, I'm hoping that with doing this, I will develop some traction of feeling like I need to consume less, because I'm not gonna pretend like the clutter in my life, like physically, emotionally, mentally, does not stress me out. I go to therapy all the time, and a big thing I'm realizing is how much the space that you live in influences your own mindset, your own mental health, etc. So I really want to take the next few months, and my goal is to have this done by summer, and really make my space feel like a true reflection of me. Right now, I feel like it absolutely reflects me in the sense that my apartment is kind of cluttered. I am not the cleanest person on the planet. But if I could declutter what I have, I can spend more quality time doing the things that bring me joy and a space that brings me joy. There are times when I avoid being home because I don't want to do laundry, because I need to pick up all of my laundry when I should just put my laundry in the bin in the first place. I'm going down a tangent, but my point is I really, really, really want to declutter my space, and I'm excited to do so in a way that also helps incentivize me to save a little bit more, be more thoughtful about my spending, be more intentional about my spending, and just simplify my life in the process. I feel like this challenge in this month, theoretically and ideally, is gonna have so many more benefits than just decluttering my life and getting rid of things and saving money, because deep down I hope that I'm also gonna see a change in my desire to spend and consume goods as I'm learning how freeing getting rid of items is as well. So outside of those two main rules, I cannot spend any money that has not come from the jar on anything non-essential. So that is anything like for my personal goods, whether that's like makeup, hair care, jewelry, clothing, etc. I cannot purchase anything with money that does not come from our decluttering spending jar. I can also not spend any money on food that is not considered essential. So I really want to take this time to really just try to downsize my pantry. Like, what can I do to use the sauces that I have? I don't need 10 jars of Asian sauce, Madison. Like, start to try to use the things that I already have. I don't necessarily want to give myself a limit on how much I'm going to spend at the grocery store, but my objective is less than $100 for the month. I feel like that is all that I need to buy some eggs, a gallon of milk, maybe some chicken, and some fruits and veggies every week. Other than that, I have enough rice probably in my pantry, I have enough sauce, I have enough snacks, etc. I really want to be intentional about the food that I'm purchasing and utilizing what I already have. I feel like it's so interesting how habits as a child influence the way you live your life as an adult. And for example, I was always the kid that would eat all of the like the brown crunchy parts of the Lucky Charms before I got to the actual marshmallows, which in my mind is like, oh, I'm saving the best for last, but 9 times out of 10 I'd get to the marshmallows and I'd be too full to actually eat them, and I'd save them and I'd save them, and I'm like, I'm gonna save this bag of marshmallows for a special occasion, and they would go bad. And I feel like that is so indicative of how I live my life in like so many senses today, and I really want to turn that around. I have like, you know, fun alcoholic drinks in there that I've been like, oh, I'm gonna save this for the right time. Like, no, just enjoy it. Just like enjoy it before it goes bad, or before you can't, or before, you know, whatever. Like, I want to be less of a saver with physical goods and more of a saver with my money, and just learn to take a step back, enjoy the things you have, eat the food you have, like eat that last really good pack of ramen just because like it's gonna go bad if you don't, instead of waiting for the perfect time. Because if you're always waiting for the perfect time to do things, even if it's as simple as like eating like the special food in your pantry, you're never actually gonna do it. So I feel like I just went on a rant, but 4 primary rules: everything I get rid of, give it a monetary value that goes into my spending jar to help incentivize me. Of course, if I give away 100 items of clothes, I'm not gonna give myself $100. I'm gonna give myself $5 because I got rid of 1 bag of clothes. I'm looking for substantial gains here, you guys. Second, everything I sell, the money gets split between my spending and my savings. Third, no money can go towards physical goods that are non-essential. So whether that's anything for me or food itself, no frivolous food spending, so Starbucks, etc., whatnot, none of that. And then 4, this is a softer rule, less than $100 spent on food this month. I am gonna take you all along. I'll probably try to do like a weekly update video is my goal, and then we'll do a month roundup. I will be honest, I have some interesting like circumstances coming up that are absolutely going to impact the success of this. So we'll keep that in mind, like overnight babysitting, or where I'm not actually eating my own food during the majority of that time, or I do get Chipotle or takeout or whatever because the family pays for my food and I didn't pay for it, so like I'm still getting the gratification of yummy takeout without actually spending it myself. And then also I have a big work trip. I'll be driving out to California, I'll be there for a while, and I'll be driving back, and I get all of my expenses paid for while I'm there, and I get like, I think the place I'm going, I get $74 a day for my food stipend, living out of a hotel. So I'm not gonna use all $74 because that's crazy, but I'm also not gonna be in a place with a kitchen, so I am going to have to purchase food, and I probably will purchase takeout at some point. So we'll keep that in mind. But like I said, I'm gonna take y'all along. It should be fun. I'm planning on posting weekly updates, so yeah. I hope you all enjoyed this. Very rambly. I'm hoping this like 25-minute ramble gets cut down, hopefully in the end. But if y'all have any questions, comments, if you're excited, if you have any input, etc., please let me know down below. Yeah, so that being said, I hope you all have a good one. I will see you all next week, and yeah, peace out. Bye.